The comments by the secretary of the panel, Dr. Agomoh, reflected the disposition of the panel and the need for urgent and collective action.
There is an emergency on the land, and this emergency that we have is the reason we are asking and pleading. So whatever, now, if we say it is only the police, they are not doing it, so what can the judiciary do?
But why does there seem to be an emergency in the correctional centers in Nigeria? The first issue is that young offenders under the age of 18 are brought into adult correctional centers where they are abused, go through the dehumanizing experience of congested and putrid prison cells, and are initiated into hardened behavior.
Section 35 of Nigeria Correctional Service Act provides that when we notice that even with the prescription of the warrant, commitment warrant, if we still notice that the individual is not up to 18, we have to make provision to take those individuals to juvenile homes.
Children, some were brought in by 13 years, 13, not 16, but you may be confused about their age. Physically looking at them, you know that they are underage. So what we're looking for now is, while the police will be engaging the police to do what they should do, but we can't guarantee that that thing will be done at once. All the other agencies, how can we also all be coming from our different points so that we meet at a middle ground?
The law on who should be in the correctional centers is clear. Section 35 of the Correctional Service Act of 2019 provides that underage offenders should be housed in Buster homes, separate facilities from adult inmates. At Friday's sitting, the panel was told that the juvenile Buster homes are only in the letters of the law, but not provided in fact.
And the section also provides that every state in Nigeria will have Buster homes. So Ilorin is functioning, Kaduna is functioning, but Abeokuta too is functioning. And out of all these Buster homes, ironically, it's only Abeokuta that is gazetted to keep awaiting trial of inmates that are less than 18.
The panel viewed the situation as not just a breach of the law, but a dent in the image and reputation of Nigeria on how it treats the inmates of its correctional centers. Again, how do juveniles get into the correctional centers against the provision of the law? Fingers were pointed in two directions, the police and the magistrate courts.
Once a judge, either in the magistrate or high court, has issued a warrant for the remand of a suspect before him, has become an order of the court. Being an order of the court, therefore, he must have relied based on the information supplied. If this is a matter under magistracy, I believe the police, since they are here, they have to take note of this because they have more important role to play than the judiciary in this aspect. Suspects are always arraigned on FIR. That's the first information report. So in the first information report, that's the FIR, they must have conducted all the preliminary investigation. At that point is when they are supposed to determine the actual age of the accused they want to arraign before the magistrate.
Female offenders seem to get a more respectable deal in the correctional centers. At least that was the impression created by the Nigerian Correctional Services.
We have full-fledged custodial centers for women alone. Ondo, Auchi, Katsina, and Lagos. We have in other places as well. The same section 34, sub 2, provides that the special needs of the inmates be provided by the service. Things like pass for monthly periods and other special needs of the women. The law provides, and we're trying our best to do this.
All the same, the panel thought that though tolerable, the situation was not good enough. For instance, women should not be housed in the same facility, no matter if they are kept in separate sections. They should have an independent facility altogether. Then came the issue of inmates with disabilities, and this ranged from those with mental illness, the visually impaired, and those physically disabled.
There is no separate accommodation for the blind or the lame. We put them together with other inmates. Part of the assistance we require is policies towards inmates that are challenged. As it is now, there is no much that is happening as far as their issues concerned.
The fact that those inmates are dumped together in the same facilities without consideration for their challenges shows up the need for reform in Nigerian correctional centers. In Abuja, I am Chimize Zadima for Signature TV.